Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is, and welcome to well, it were requested this. It is a epic rap battles of history, and it is the Joker versus Pennywise, which I was asked to do. So, yeah, I'm going to get straight into it, and I'll catch as much as I can. I will say that I do know a bit about both Joker and It. I'll do the usual thing. I'll listen to each one's kind of part, and then I'll score it, and then at the end I'll give my idea of the winner. So let's have a look. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get to this. I've just been busy. So anyway, let's get to it.
The Joker.
Okay, yeah, he looks good. I do like it. He's on point. We've got that kind of very evil look there. So yeah, I like that. He looks good. Okay, Pennywise. I'll tell you, ERB's production game is pretty good. They're doing really good, and the makeup's really good. Like I say, I watched a couple of people moan about that Thanos one, and it's like, well, they haven't. If they had the money that Marvel had, I'm sure they'd do a better job. But you've got to, cut them some slack. But these are very good. Right, let's carry on.
In my first appearance, the bat was supposed to slay me, but I can't be killed. That's why they cast a phoenix and blame.
First, I'll say I like the voice. His voice does sound maniacal, which is good. Obviously, yeah, it speaks for itself. That I think it was way back in like issue 1. He was meant to be killed. He was like a throwaway villain for Batman to kind of get himself warmed up on. But he ended up staying, and of course, Phoenix is in Joaquin Phoenix, who played Joker in the excellent Joker movie that was recently out. That's done so well and broke so many records and everything. So yeah, that makes sense. Good start, strong start.
I'm the Harlequin of hate, the clown prince of crime.
Right, Harlequin. People think that Harlequin was actually a character that some actually don't know that Harlequin was actually created before the Harlequin from the movie, and it's usually like a butler. It's usually like this. I think it was 1600s. They were created like on stage, and it's like this very colourfully dressed butler. It's like a light-hearted, sly, but very nimble, kind of moves very lively kind of thing, and is a servant, and is like always kind of thwarting the plans of his master, that kind of thing. So if you've seen Blackadder, the one where he is the servant, and he's kind of servant to the prince, and is always going against him behind the scenes, it's that kind of thing. But Blackadder, of course, wore all black, and he was very colourful, Harlequin. So let's carry on. Crown Prince of Crime, that speaks for itself too.
Your sewer troll that Stephen King wrote between his lines. It's like cocaine.
Yeah, he actually was reported. He actually admitted that he had a cocaine problem through parts of his life. He did suffer from cocaine addiction, and while he was writing a few rich things, but it was supposed to be one of them too. If he's seeing that kind of clown like It in his visions when he's if he's high on cocaine, then bloody hell, he needs to stop if that's the kind of visions he has. Anyway,
you know what I said? I don't know how any kind of joke could ever go over that head.
Forehead joke.
Says the quote, but your films, they all sink.
That's kind of not accurate, really. I mean, they all float, of course, it's trademark quote. But his movies sink. They actually didn't. It actually did really well. I mean, the made-for-TV one with Tim Curry, that actually kind of got a cult following. And the movie with Bill Skarsgård, that actually broke some records. I think it's highest grossing horror movie ever, something like that. It's got some. It broke a few records. So it actually did really well. So that's actually very inaccurate. But I suppose he's just saying it to try and annoy him, even though it's not right.
Oh, and as far as Mr. King goes, I'm a shining man.
Of course, that goes to The Shining, which is another Stephen King novel, and he's saying it's like he's a shining man kind. He's a shining kind of guy. Like you might have people who say, I'm a I don't know, Lambo guy, meaning I like Lamborghinis over anything else, or another one, I'm a muscle car guy, and same thing. He's saying like when it comes to it and The Shining, I'm a shining man. Yeah, I'd rather watch that than it. At least that's how I'm seeing that.
I made the Justice League look like just a bunch of super.
He actually did. He actually messed up the who were it? Who's in Justice League? I think it's Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and then I think it's Green Lantern, Aquaman, and is there another? I think there's another. I think I'm missing one. I can't remember. There's always one I usually miss, I think. Anyway, so, and he actually did take him on, I think we called Batman Endgame or something like that. It was some kind of, it was some time anyway. He messed them all up, Joker did, so yeah.
Clubs, you lost to a herd of nerds who call themselves a losers club.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a bit depressing that, you get beat by a bunch of kids who actually describe themselves as, hey, we're losers, we're a losers club. And then they go and beat this massive evil that is it. So, yeah, it's quite funny that.
You be gobbled up in Gotham, so stick to your small town where you're renowned. See if it's brown, flush it down, clown.
Okay, so if it's brown, flush it down. It was some kind of meme or something. I don't know if it were meme or just something I heard sometime. Something like I think the lyrical rhyme goes, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. I'm guessing it means something to do with toilet, like piss and other. So it's like if it's yellow, let it mellow. I don't know, something like that. I remember. I seem to remember that little rhyme somewhere. I've not actually seen anything, and I can't remember where I heard it. Anyway, carry on.
Are you joking? You want to rap?
I like his voice too. They've done very well with him. That bit's cool because it's showing the how crazy it is, how unstable he is. You wouldn't expect that on a rap battle. You'd expect him to just drop straight in to his bars, but instead he's being unstable like it is, and it's actually good makeup.
Why so serious? You're supposed to be the man who laughs, but those jokes are like your new movie. Mostly really sad.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It actually were really, it were actually kind of sad, his movie, because, yeah. Because it were about society, and society sucks, and it creates monsters, and, that's what they did. So, yeah, I suppose it is sad. Beep, beep. That's from that made for TV. It goes beep, beep. That's what that it used to say.
Babe, you're John Doe in my deadlights, and you're about to fall from a new height.
You're John Doe in my deadlights. I suppose he would be, because it doesn't, in the deadlights, it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, if you're famous, or if you're unknown or whatever. You're just a John Doe. You're an unknown person to his deadlights. Once you're in there, you're just a nobody. So that's what he's basically saying, to me and my deadlights, you're just a nothing. You're a nobody.
Because you're weak and you've lost every fight. Good night who wears underwear over his tie.
But you see, again, you can always say he lost to Batman, but at least Batman should be tougher than a bunch of kids who call themselves losers. But then again, Batman into superhero. Oh, yes, I went there. Because I can't understand that argument when people, yeah, he is. No, he isn't. He into superhero. He's like Iron Man. Neither one of them are superheroes. They're just rich people who have got a lot of good toys. That's it. Take his suit away, he's just a guy. Take Iron Man's suit away that he bought with money, built with money, and he's nothing. Take all his Batman's toys away, and yeah, he can fight without him. He's not a bad fighter, but he's not a patch on what he can do with them. So they're not superheroes. They're just people who've got a lot of nice toys. Didn't one of them say, like, I think it was Iron Man, when somebody said, what's your superpower? And he went, I'm rich. Something like that. And it's like, well, that's it. That's what it is. So no. But still, Batman should be a bit more harder to fight than a bunch of kids who call themselves losers. But still,
Nightmares and I'm ruthless. This battle's like poker. The Joker is useless.
Yep, that's true. Poker, they always throw the Jokers away. And the only time really I use jokers is when if I've got two jokers at the same, like because they're good for magic tricks. Because I do card magic. So you see, that's something you didn't know. But I can do card magic. So like in bicycle deck, for example, you've got like a coloured joker and a black and white one. So kind of not good. But so I tend to buy decks with jokers at the same. Then you can make one disappear, but just hide it and bring other one out from a different place. Yeah, but otherwise in poker, jokers just throw it in the bin. No good. So yeah, that's actually good.
When he's not in your cards, call me Arkham Asylum. I'm crazy with balls.
Arkham Asylum, crazy with bars. Arkham Asylum is like a mental asylum for the criminally insane. So it's like a prison at the same time. So it's going to have cells, and cells have bars, and there's going to be a lot of cells, so there's going to be a lot of bars. So crazy with bars, and he's crazy with bars for his raps. Very good again. Oh, I forgot to mark Joker. I'm going to give Joker an 8 for his first part.
Jack Nicholson played it just fine.
Oh, I like the Deadlies. They did well, I tell you. The production value, they're doing really well. I love it. Jack Nicholson played him, he did.
But lately the classics declined. Jared Leto came out trying to look like he was the Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Jared Leto did terrible. Set Joker back a long time. He didn't do well. Bless him, he tried. I think he thought he would do it right thing, but it really weren't. It were bad choices. He really didn't play him very well.
So unless you've got a yummy younger brother, I think you'd better run. Because I've got 99 red balloons, bitch. And I dare you to take one.
So, of course, younger brother eats children. That's what his character does. That's what it does. And then, of course, I think the red balloon is like his calling card. Sometimes they'll float up to somebody and burst and blood will drop on them. Or other times they'll just see the balloon and it's like a calling card that he is around. Also, I've got 99 balloons, bitch, and I dare to take one. That'll come from Jay-Z's 99 Problems. Where he raps, I've got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. So I'm guessing that's linked to that. So let's carry on.
Go back.
Okay, so let's score that. I'm gonna give him an 8 as well. I'm not trying to draw them, but they actually were both quite good, so yeah, let's carry on.
In your well, you giggling sewer ginger. You lost to a turtle and wasn't even a ninja.
Okay, yeah, so right, so it is a ancient cosmic evil, and is got a kind of nemesis on the good side, because of course he's evil, so there's usually a balance in everything. So his balance on the good side is a turtle called Maturin, Maturin. And Maturin, I think, is one of the guardians of the beam that holds up. Is a guardian of one of the beams that hold up the Dark Tower. You'd have to read all up about that. But anyway, so Maturin is this massive turtle, and he sleeps most of the time. And he actually didn't really mention it much in the movie. He didn't really kind of refer to it much. But in the book, it refers to the bond that the Losers Club have with the turtle quite a lot, and kind of pushes the idea that the turtle is helping them with the power. In fact, the gangbang scene that happened I think, is something to do with them feeling like they lost the bond to the turtle, something like that. So they felt so Beverly thought she'll just let him run a train on her, and that'll sort everything out. Anyway, let's go.
When I flow, I go Mark Ham with Ilzinger.
Okay, Mark Ham with Ilzingers. Mark Hamill, who of course did Luke Skywalker, Star Wars, but he also voiced Joker quite a few times, and I think he's voiced other things to do with Batman as well. Yeah, but anyway, he's done Joker. He does him actually really well.
I steal the show like Bob Kane stole from Bill Finger.
Okay, Bob Kane and Bill Finger, they were actually the co-creators of Batman, and I think when they signed Rights Over, when they were selling it on to what would become DC Comics eventually, I can't remember what it was called when they did it. Kane had this clause in his contract this thing in his contract where there'd always be a byline on every, besides getting the money, that there'd always be a byline on every comic and things like that, about him, with him. But Finger didn't get that same thing. So up until like 2015, 2016, I want to say something like that. Finger the weren't even mentioned. It weren't even mentioned on any anything, any comics or anything to say that he'd helped create Batman. So he's basically saying, he stole credit.
Every joke of mine sting.
Spits acid, be wowed. He's got a flower with a lapel in his lapel that shoots acid. So that's that.
Your 3 nightlights in a cloud, beat by the kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah, it were. So that would be Finn Wolfhard, I think his name is, something like that. Wolfhard? Is it Finn? Finn Wolfhard, I'm pretty sure. He's in Stranger Things, and he also played Richie in It. So that would be what he's on about there.
When I compare your antics to the fiendish schemes I revel in, they pale like the moonlight you can dance with the devil in.
Okay, so Jack Nicholson, when he played Joker, he had this saying where he kept saying, did you want to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, or something like that. So that's what that's referring to, about Dance with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight. That way, you actually good thingy. Jack Nicholson did a decent job.
Pennywise likes the devil. We have so much fun together, but no one's dying to play with Joker. Except for maybe he's like.
Do we need to mention that? I think that's everybody knows that he was on Joker when he took his life, which is a shame. Heath Ledger was really good. I liked him in Knight's Tale. It's like people always go for Joker with one because that's all they remember. That's all they think on him as. But I actually liked him in Knight's Tale. I thought he was brilliant. Shame, great talent.
You're an embarrassment. I bet you like you beat Harlequin.
So Puddin', you're an embarrassment. Puddin' is what Harlequin calls, like the nickname that Harlequin calls Joker. And about beating her, he is very rough with her. He does beat her a lot, but she just comes back for more.
That purple suit is something you should only see Steve Harvey in.
Steve Harvey's known for wearing very colourful suits. So he's just basically saying that purple suit, Steve Harvey, the kind of thing Steve Harvey would wear.
I face on your fear. I'm the Derry main attraction every 27 years.
That's quite clever. Derry main attraction. Derry, of course, Derry, Maine. That's where they're linked. And Derry's in Maine. And main attraction, which, of course, if you're the star of the show, you're the main attraction. And he's the star of the show in Derry when he starts killing things every 27 years. So, again, very clever. Did I rate Joker? I think I'm going to give him a 9 for his second, because I liked his Mark Hamill and his, Cane and Finger bit and all that kind of stuff. So, let's carry on.
But you know what? I have a secret. It's like a very special toy. If you want to kill a Batman, eat him when he's a boy.
Well, obviously, it's kids, so that sorts that out. I'm going to give him an 8 on that again. So, but very good, still very good. But high scores. They're very high quality, this one.
Don't you lay a finger on my bat, you little freak, or I will spend a whole week knocking out those prickle teeth.
It's always been known that Joker doesn't want Batman to die because Batman kind of completes him in a way. So it's like, even though he tries his hardest to look like he's killing him, he doesn't actually want him to die because, I think he wouldn't know what to do with himself, Joker wouldn't, without Batman.
Tell your author for his next gangbang scene, how about a little more PG and a lot less 13?
Yeah, exactly. So, Stephen King in It, as I said, when I think they felt like they'd lost the link to maturing, whatever, so they were all feeling like, we can't win, we're not bonded, whatever, we're not close. So, Beverly's idea for kind of conquering that is to just basically let them all have a turn having sex with her, one after the other, and she just takes on all the boys. Because I've read book, and I think if I remember right, she's 12. I think she's 12. I thought she was 12 in book. I don't know. I can't fully remember. I'm sure you can check if you want to. But yeah, so yeah, a lot less. Some of them might have been 13, but I think Beverly were 12. I can't remember. I'll have to check. But either way, it were fucked up, and of course, they were a massive outrage when it actually came out.
Even I wouldn't stoop to that kind of impropriety. This is Earth, you space demon. We live in a society.
That's the meme. We live in a society. They were a lot about the meme, so everybody knows that.
I've seen your movies, so I know you don't hurry. But I'll shoo you down the drain so fast they'll call you Tim Scurry.
That's Tim Curry, who was It in the made-for-TV version of It. And that's a name of that, of course, if something is scared, it scurries away. And he's just saying Tim Scurry, Tim Curry. Yeah,
that's Robin if I drop bars. I take smiles and I leave scars.
See, that's good, that. Ask Robin if I drop bars, because, of course, he actually kills Robin with a crowbar in one of the comics. So, yeah, not good. So ask Robin if I drop bars, and I think Robin would say yes. Oh! I need to go. Right there. Let me go back a little bit there. I take smiles now. Scars guards. Look at that. Look at that. Scars. Scars there.
And I leave scars.
Guards. Scars guards. Bill Skarsgård. That's clever. Yeah, I like how they've done that.
Arkham will admit that the Joker just killed.
Well, that's obvious. I don't need to close that.
You stole that from H.P. Lovecraft.
H.P. Lovecraft wrote stories that had Arkham in before Batman would even wrote. So there you go. Let me go back a little bit, because I lost my train of thought for a second.
Lovecraft, who needs guards when you couldn't even escape Cesar Romero's money?
Cesar Romero, I think at time, had another movie role, and he had to have a mustache, so he actually just had a white over it. I'll put a picture in so you can see it. And you can see it clearly. They just whited over it, and it kind of became a bit of a joke that Cesar Romero, you could see his mustache under his makeup.
Mustache, Jester, I'm on Tresser, about to make you my Fortunato.
Ooh, Montressa, about to make my Fortunato. Montressa. So Montressa was a narrator for the Cask of Amontillado. That were written by Edgar Allan Poe. I think it's something about getting revenge on someone called Fortunato, if I remember right, and that's why it says that. I'll make you my Fortunato. In other words, he's got revenge on him. He'll get revenge on
Fortunato, and seal this battle up like it was the Cask of Amontillado.
You see, that's clever, that, because at the end, Montressa, I think, if I remember right, seals Fortunato behind a brick wall, and that's in the Cask of Amontillado. And also, Fortunato was actually dressed as a jester, so like a joker, so that makes sense. Very good. Yeah, I like that. That's a good part. That might have just scored him some.
Tornado, with January Ember Flames, you got beat by the Scooby Gang.
Spit January Ember Flames. January Embers was a line from the poem that Ben wrote, Beverly. That was before the train ran on her, so at that point in time, he were writing it because he was in love with her.
John Wayne, sees the underground crown party where frozen sea.
Okay, so underground, there's a bit there. John Wayne, Western guy, did Western movies, quite tough, exterior kind of thing, kind of looked tough. John Wayne Gacy was actually a serial killer that dressed as a clown. So he's basically saying, I'm dangerous like him. And of course, the Clown Posse is the Insane Clown Posse, which is a underground rap group. Yes, something like that. So I'm trying to just get it all out in one go. Anyway.
Hey, poster boy, missing person posters, Joker's gonna float with me. Cause he just messed with the best wildlife rappers. It's a notorious B.I.G.
Okay, so that's, yeah, I mean, Notorious B.I.G. was known to have a wall eye, which is where your eyes can look in two different directions. Sometimes it's more obvious than others, but it's like, that's what it had, and that's what he had. So, yeah. Who won? Wow. I'd stop giving scores eventually, because I just don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say this, right? they both were amazing, but I'm going to give it. I'm going to make a decision, and I'm going to give it to. I'm going to give it to Pennywise, and I'll tell you why. Right, Joker was amazing, and I'm going to say that there's a half point in them. That's how close it is. There's a half point in them. And I just forgot to keep doing scores because they both had like 3 goes each, and I just forgot about it with all the bars I was doing as well and everything else. But I'm getting to Pennywise because of the Cask of Amontillado bit. That was kind of outside the box a little bit thinking, which I was quite impressed with because he linked it all up, and it's like I'm going to make you Fontanato, and you know he was going to seal him up like Manchester sealed up for the Fontanato. I think it's just very clever how that were all built up. So I'm going to give him the win on that one by half a point, just for that mainly, because all the rest was just couldn't separate them. They were like really high level bars. I enjoyed it. There were many doubles and triples. It was just incredible. So I had a really good time with this one. Thank you for suggesting it for me. If you want to see me do any more of these or ERBs and break them down like this, then just let me know, and I will. I'll do some more. So for now, you take really good care, and goodbye for now.